although I was thinking about what you just asked about the peace thing, although I do, I am fortunate to experience perfect peace. I have noticed something recently, and you know how when you first come out of the fallen state, you have glimpses of the light and living in the light, and you start to see things.
Yeah.
I'm starting to walk in the light. So I'm starting to daily see, whereas I used to get revelations every now and then. But the deeper truths about this experience sometimes are so elusive that you get a glimpse of the light and then it goes away. And you think, I'm never going to forget this. And then the next moment is gone.
Right.
And it's almost as though God wants us to not try to hold on to it intellectually, but to absorb the light and just become a part of you. And then when you get in settings like this or you need to speak to someone, it comes up and you don't even know that it's still with you.
Absolutely. Because there is nothing to hold on to. And when you think, oh, I'm in the light, that's just a thought from the devil. Because when you're in the light, when you're with God, there's nothing to think about. All thinking stop. Because all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. And except practical thought. We're going to Disneyland today. That's a practical, fun thought. Once Disneyland trip is over, that's over, right? All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. And so when you think you're walking on water, you're not. When you're walking on water, there's nothing to think about. You just walk on the water. You don't have to think about it. And the one thing about dying with the ego, all that stuff is taken away from you anyway, because God wants us to have a clear mind. He will renew our mind. He will give us a clear mind. And in a clear mind, there's nothing but the light. No decisions to make, nothing to worry about, nothing to think about. Like when you develop a clear mind and you're talking, you're not going to think, oh, I'm nervous, they're looking at me. And those thoughts are not real. And like the young lady was saying, when you react to them, you give them life. But if there's nothing to think about, there's nothing to fear. There's nothing there. God came that we may have perfect peace. Christ came, and we can have it because the devil has been defeated. And anyone that doesn't have perfect peace, they have not recognized that who they think they are is not them. They have identified with the devil, thinking that is themselves. Isn't that amazing? What a mess. We are not our bodies, we're not our minds, we're not our emotions. All emotions are evil. And that's why human beings that are into emotions, they act like animals. Because they're in a fallen state, and animals act that way. I was driving down the road yesterday, and this woman had her dog right in the seat with her. And the dog was looking at her. And then I looked over, and she looked over, and I said, oh, look, I think that dog love her. She think the dog love her. The dog ain't feeling no love. He ain't feeling one iota of a love. That fake love, that dog-like love is coming from her, and Satan is telling her the dog love you. Isn't that something? Yeah. What a mess. So what?
I'm pretty sure my cat loves me.
You think your cat love you. And what does cat love feel like? You think your cat love you.
He stares into my eyes.
Of course. And that's what love is. And when he's staring at you,
form of love.
When he's staring at you, the devil says, oh, he love you. And you feel it, huh?
I do.
So is that feeling coming from him or from you?
From him.
I'm sorry?
From him.
But you're feeling it inside of you. And so how's it coming from him if it's coming from inside of you?
Because he's telling me with his eyes.
That's the devil telling you that with the cat eyes. The cat saying he's hungry and glad to see you. You're all he knows.